Well, I really fucked up today, guys. As you can see, it took a loss, and I shouldn't have. It should have been a winning day. I was actually trading really well today, and then I kind of went on tilt towards the end and fucked it all up. So, three trades today, technically. Um, Two of these were yesterday, right when market opened, because obviously a lot of shit happened over the weekend, and we left a huge gap, which I'll show you guys in a sec. And everyone was saying short the NASDAQ, but I knew we'd fill the gap. And I actually caught a pretty nice long doing that. So going into this session, I was already up about $230. And I took another win after that. And then I blew it all, going on tilt like an idiot. So not very happy with myself today. And yeah, I'm fine if I lose, but today was just stupid. Should have locked myself out with 500 and something dollar win instead of a $430 loss on this account. And my loose account, I lost about 700 and no, that wasn't today. Today was 610 I lost. So more on the Lucid account. Good news today, I did start two combines, which I did pass half of them on that trade I told you guys about yesterday, right when market opened. That was super easy. But yeah, lost today, unfortunately, on the live accounts. And let's get into this. So, news, we had 7 a.m. and then Trump started speaking, which kind of played in effect on what happened. But of course, we didn't know about this till right before he did it. So this wasn't on the books. This wasn't supposed to happen. This was because he killed someone else in Iran. I mean, God knows what at this point. But that kind of messed things up today. So higher time frames, nothing crazy. We still have this 4-hour gap, and the 1-hour gaps we had were these ones here. And I didn't really want to take a trade till we inverse that, especially on a long, because we have been bearish. And as you can see, we had this giant ass new week opening gap that we dipped about 150 points, give or take. So that had my eyes on. But this morning we took out this New York lunch low, and that left us with London, this New York AM low, and this Asia low right there. And on the buy side, we had Asia high, New York PM, New York lunch, and then these equal highs right here. And obviously the 4-hour gap. So I'll just go over yesterday quickly. This wasn't like anything crazy. I just basically took one loss, taking a long at right off the rip, basically. I got in here, and this one got taken out right there, which was kind of annoying because it ran right to TP after, but that was my target on that one. Like I said, I was just targeting the gap. That one was stopped out for $190. Not really going to go over that too much, but that was a trade I did hit my eval wins on, I believe. Or maybe it was a second one. I'm pretty sure it was that one, but I got in a little bit earlier on the evals, and I didn't need much. I only needed like 25 points. I think I got in right here, and up to here, 60 points. So that was what I took on the evals, but that was a $200 loss on the live accounts. I then re-entered at this point right here once we started to get some momentum back up. And this almost burned me again, but we did end up hitting TP way later in the day, right here. My target was again up here, but I got stopped out in profit. Right when we broke this 1 minute gap, you can see we were constantly respecting it, and then as soon as we broke it is when I took profit, which was right here. So that was a $420 win on both accounts. So that left me about $230 profit going into this morning session. So this morning session, I kind of left this on the table because we still need to fill that part of the gap in, and that was kind of my target for the day, but I was hesitant to take longs until, like I said, we inverse this 1 hour. And of course, off market open, we just absolutely explode, and we did end up closing above that hourly gap. But at this point, I was waiting for news. So news came out right here. This was our news candle. This one right here, this big ass one. I don't know why it's not showing the 7 o'clock candle, like it just deleted it. That is weird. But there was another candle here. It came a little bit lower. I can probably show you guys on here. TradingView just does some weird shit sometimes, man. So yeah, this was the data candle right here, and you can see it left a little bit of a wick that we haven't taken out, so that is going to be important for tomorrow. But it's not showing my TradingView, but whatever. And I basically took this trade right on the next candle, which would be this one, based off this 1 minute inversion, and we are obviously super bullish at this point. We came very close to this Asia high, and I was just targeting up to these relative equal highs here. And this trade closed me out in profit. I actually think I got a little bit of a better entry on this than what I did. I think I actually got more of an entry like down here. Not 100% sure because this TradingView is being all wonky, but this did close me out in profit. Bit further up, it was right around here when we got this big Drake candle down, and that was a $357 win. So at this point, I should have walked away, right? I'm up about $550, give or take, and I could have just locked myself out and walked away, and I didn't. I do like the next trade I took still, but at the same time, was it necessary? No. So I did enter short right here, and I was basically just targeting this giant unfilled 15-minute gap, and I was just targeting down to this point here. And my stops were very wide on this because I knew we were going to chop, and they were all the way up here above this gap because we had failed to break this gap multiple times. We kept coming close and failing to break it because technically it was still a fair value gap with this 15-minute, and we just kept failing to break it. So I was pretty confident we were going to get a dump down at least to this data low, and I saw a lot of people take this trade. There was a 3-minute inversion, I believe. Oh, sorry, it was a 5-minute and a 1-minute. So I know this gap is really tiny, but there was a 5-minute gap here we inversed, and on the 1-minute we had obviously this gap, which was a bit bigger. So I did my due diligence on this trade. I waited till we inversed both of those, and I'm not mad about this trade, but like I said, it just wasn't necessary, and I risked way too much. My stop loss was way wide, and this was like a $650 loss, $700 on the Lucid account. I just did not think we were going to break this gap. I mean, obviously, with the war news, it's super bearish. I don't know why we didn't dump today after filling this gap. And this trade, I don't know. Not a bad trade, but I risked way too much. I should have been out like down here and still been green on the day. But yeah, that one took me out right there. And then here is where I go on tilt. Like literally a minute after that trade gets out, I entered a long, targeting these, no, up to these equal highs here, sorry. And this was just a straight tilt trade. This was straight up garbage. The only thing I can justify about this is the fact that we did break the gap. And we had tapped into this 1 minute. And we had inversed all this. But it was literally a minute since I got out of my other trade. And like this was just straight tilt revenge trade. I was pissed off. I lost 700. And I obviously got fucking smoked on this. Comes down, taps into this, and then goes right to my take profit. So had I had waited and not gone on tilt to here, this trade would have played out perfectly for a 1 to 3 RR, but because I went on tilt, I really fucked myself over, and I'm still pissed about it. So yeah, weird day. Trump was speaking from this point to about right where we exploded. And I think we probably would have taken off here if Trump wasn't talking. I don't know what he said. I didn't watch the press conference, but I think this little bit of a dump that kind of stopped me out there was due to whatever he was saying. But nonetheless, I can't blame it on that. It was a stupid trade anyways. So yeah, I don't know. I think also possibly something he said could have been bullish. That is why my short didn't work out. But I don't know. Just a weird day, guys. Everyone was expecting us to dump. And the funny thing is, everyone wanted NQ to dump. And everyone wanted gold to pump. And they did the exact opposite. Gold dumped. NQ pumped, and now we're kind of in a weird spot because it's hard to be bullish when a giant war is going on, and like that's usually bad for NQ. But at this point, like there's no reason not to say we're gonna come up here, fill this, and then who knows, possibly go even higher. So weird way to start the month, but this should have been a dub for me, so it's my own fault, and I just got to start walking away more, especially if I get these other accounts passed. I need to really dial it in again. So no news tomorrow. I mean, who knows what's going to happen with the war, so maybe Trump will be speaking again, but should be more of a calm day, but you never know. So hopefully we can get it back tomorrow and get these evals passed in Asia today or in the morning. So I think that's going to wrap it up for today, guys. Like I said, should have been a win. Stupid mistake. Don't go on tilt, guys, no matter what. It's never worth it, and you always end up in this position where I am, hating yourself for doing it. So just keep that in mind, and other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe. It means a lot. And I will catch you guys tomorrow for the next one.